Greetings, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, fellow graduates. We are the graduate class of 2025. Well, the so-called COVID cohort of VinUni, and this moment right here is not just a ceremony, but a celebration of our journey, of everything we overcame, everything we became, and everything we are about to become. For 4 years, this is our story. September 2021, we stepped into university not through grand gates, but through flickering Zoom screens and the students of quarantine. In dormitory bedrooms that doubled as classrooms, we met professors through Wi-Fi glitches and formed friendships through group chats. We did not have an offline convocation to mark our beginning, but today we have something better, a moment to close this chapter in each other's presence with immense pride. Before anything else, I would like to thank the people who made this journey possible. To the leadership board and administrators, thank you for steering a young university through uncertain times. To our support staff, whose work often goes unseen but never unappreciated, thank you for being the steady force behind our day-to-day lives. To our professors, thank you for believing in us and recognizing our potential even when we doubted ourselves. Especially, I would like to say thank you to Professor Harrison for having been there from the beginning to the end of my and a lot more Cohort 2 students' journey. To our families and friends, especially to my dear mom and dad, thank you for calling us every day even though we were too busy to answer. You celebrated our wins and picked us up in our lowest moments. We owe you more than words can ever express. And to my special people, thank you for you. Okay, so for the record, this speech is not written by ChatGPT. 4 years ago, I planned to pursue my bachelor in the US, a plan cut short by the pandemic. At the time, I felt lost, and I know many of you were the same. But today, I see that setback not as the end of something, but as the start of everything that came after. Standing here, I carry no regrets, only gratitude. Because what we found was not a perfect college experience, but a profound one. It's far better. We found ourselves growing in the discomfort, bonding through the chaos, and also becoming people who could adapt, persist, and evolve. We faced challenges that forced us to stretch beyond what we thought we were capable of, like cramming hundreds of slides of the whole semester in just one night. And in doing so, we found pieces of ourselves we hadn't known were there. I don't believe anyone here has it all figured out yet. And that's okay. That's what our 20s are for. To stumble, to fall, to love the wrong person, to chase the wrong dreams, to pick the wrong jobs, and to learn, to unlearn, and to become. It's the time to feel lost and hopeful all at once. It's the time to carry both uncertainty and ambition in the same breath. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Let's admit it, VinUni wasn't the dream school for many of us. It was a question mark, a compromise, and a leap of faith. But that leap gave us something rare, the chance to build from the ground up a space that could be our own. We did not just study here, we created a home, a place of growth, of laughter, of community, and unforgettable memories. As a second cohort, we stood on shifting ground. We spent precious years with the professors who welcomed us. Shout out to Professor Rohit Verma. We watched buildings rise from dust and saw our university take shape as we ourselves were shaping into who we are. Nothing was static, everything evolved, and so did we. I've always been fond of the phrase, que sera, sera, or whatever will be, will be. One of my defining moments was when I asked a few friends of mine to join a cornell case competition, an idea sparked more by curiosity than ambition. However, that small decision led us to a victory in New York on the beautiful Roosevelt Island. It wasn't part of the plan, but it became a part of our story. And I know each of you has a moment like that, one that began quietly and unexpectedly, but ended up shaping your path, as all the dots were connected. Throughout these years, we have lifted more than just ourselves. We have carried our family's hopes, supported each other in silence, and contributed to the growth of a university still finding its voice. I believe we have earned a title of our own. We're the ones who created momentum when the war hit pause. We're the one who transformed waiting into building, doubt into daring. We are the ones who helped ignite Binyuni's future. So, today, I stand before you on behalf of 150 graduates, proud to introduce to the world the Igniters, the second cohort of Binyuni. Okay, 10 years from now, you could be catching a flight to meet investors, or sipping coffee in your office overlooking a skyline, or calling your parents to tell them that your product just went viral. Who knows? However, there will be days when you're by yourself. It's 10 p.m., and the world out there seems too loud, too uncertain, and too heavy to hold. Days when the finished life feels distant, and your own inner voice grows faint. When those days come, as they will, I assure you, it's a hard day, but for a great life. After all, entropy always increases. Life tends toward disorder. Life gets more complicated, but that complexity means you're still becoming. George Eliot once wrote, "It is never too late to be what you might have been." So, here's my final thought. Go out there, make mistakes, take chances, lose your way, and then find it again. Break some rules, break expectations, and break free. This isn't the end. This is our ignition. And in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you.